Not everybody is destined for spiritual awakening, but here's 10 signs you might be experiencing it. Number 1, feeling you are different. For a long time, you have felt you are different from your peers. You always thought more deeply and felt more in touch with the spirit world than the material world. Perhaps you just thought in a different way. You were very intelligent, creative, and this may be from when you were a child, and so this is potentially a very early sign of spiritual awakening. Number 2, the dark night of the soul. This is a depression that is like an existential depression where we are questioning what is our purpose in the universe and stuff along those lines. This depression is necessary for growth. We must suffer to grow. We must rip our muscles to grow our muscles. We must experience the dark night of the soul in order to spiritually awaken. Number 3, isolation. And the reason for this is because we, as people who are spiritually awakening, we don't have many friends. Because most people cannot relate to it. Most people do not spiritually awake. Most people just are fast asleep their entire lives, you know? What I mean by spiritual awakening is the opening of the mind to the universe. Number 4, drawn to researching spiritual ideas and concepts online, on YouTube, and in books such as meditation, Buddhism, ancient civilizations, entheogens, philosophy, and other spiritual topics. Now, we get very interested in these topics because we begin to realize that we are going through some kind of a spiritual transformation, or maybe we don't even realize it, but we're just naturally drawn to these spiritual and esoteric subjects. And they're very extremely fascinating, and it's definitely a sign of spiritual awakening. Number 5, practicing meditation religiously for inner peace and to change your consciousness, and practicing meditation every day because you have researched and you realize that this is so highly beneficial for you, and therefore you want to practice your meditation every day religiously, like not like actually as a part of any particular religion, but like just very dedicated practicing your meditation because you realize that it gives you inner peace. And then through meditation you can also discover visualization, which is where you can visualize, dreams, like things that you want to achieve and so on. You can visualize those, and through your actions you can manifest those into reality. So that's how manifestation works, but that's for a different video. Number 6, strange experiences. Through your research, you will likely discover the use of entheogens in relation to awakening, and if you decide to try entheogens, they may cause you to have highly supernatural and life-changing experiences, such as meeting gods or other entities which reside in different planes of existence, extremely heightened positive or negative emotional states, and newfound perspective on life. Alternatively, some supernatural experiences are also possible through extremely deep meditation. Through very deep meditation, some people have experienced something called the void, or the shiny black. It is where you have transcended thought, and you have entered into a realm without the incessant thoughts that we find ourselves almost constantly experiencing. Yeah, it's an amazing place to be, and so experiencing that, and there's other, pretty crazy experiences we can have in meditation and also in dreams, because sometimes dreams kind of border the borderline between what is a dream and what is an astral projection. And if you are going into very spiritual realms and stuff like that, you might have some very spiritual dreams that are like very real, Number 7, the world looks more vivid and animated. Your perspective has changed. The world looks and feels different. The people around you think you are the same, but in reality you have changed, and now you are a different person. What I mean by that is that literally, like, everything around you just looks more animated. It looks like a movie, and you begin to realize like life is a movie, and you're the main character in your movie, and that is a really amazing thing to experience. And this is experienced through the meditation and through the entheogens, in my experience, That is really amazing when the world looks more vivid, and more animated and more beautiful. And, your perspective, like a shift in perspective, as I mentioned. Change in diet and exercise. Now that your awareness has expanded exponentially, you only want to fuel your body with the most pure substances. You consume more whole and unprocessed foods such as raw fruit and vegetables, salads, and local farm-raised meat and eggs. You might start now sports or exercise routines like cycling, walking, martial arts, or weightlifting. And that is because even though you realize that you are spirit, but you also realize that you are this physical body and you want to take care of this vessel. And because your consciousness has expanded to the entire universe, you are now aware of what you're putting in your body, where people who are not aware, they're just like smoking their shigs, drinking their beer, eating McDonald's and all that crap. And it's like, do that long term, that kills your body, it's terrible. You also have to have the exercise. Number 9, the way you feel and your way of thinking has changed. You feel better than before. You have a more positive attitude and you rarely think in a negative manner. You feel you have an update or download from the universe. The way you feel once you are kind of in the final stages of your spiritual transformation, you feel like a different person, and you've received all these downloads from the universe because your mind has opened spiritually, and it's like a different life. You're now you are a different person living a different life. Number 10, forgiveness. And forgiveness means you learn to forgive yourself for your mistakes and you forgive others for what they did to you, because you can't just walk around life with this weight on your shoulders, feeling like crap, like holding grudges against people and so on. It's a terrible way to live, and when you spiritually awaken, you realize that, And so those are the 10 signs of spiritual awakening. By no means is it an exhaustive list, but those are the 10 signs that I have noticed in my life of my spiritual awakening. And I just want to mention another thing, which is regression. Because regression is where you go back to your old ways, your negative ways of thinking, your simplified ways of thinking, your addictions, and so on. And if you go back to regress to those negative things, then you go down a few rungs in the ladder of spiritual awakening, in my opinion. But then you can also climb back up 10 rungs in the ladder if you do the right work, the spiritual work that you need to do to upgrade your spirit, upgrade your mind, upgrade, your soul. If you do the work to achieve that using the tools you have available, then you can climb up the ladder too. Don't feel too discouraged if you regress, if you fall down the ladder, because you can always just climb back up. But yeah, don't want to make the video too long, so I think I'll end it there. But thanks a lot for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe. I'll see you next time. Bye.